As Xiaomi has postponed the launch of its first electric SUV, the YU7, following a fatal accident involving its flagship EV, a setback in its high-stakes bid to challenge Tesla and BYD. This is according to Bloomberg, so take that with a grain of salt. Also, Xiaomi silently opens research and development center in Munich, Germany. See, NIO always leads, the rest always follow. And whilst all this is happening, Keen Lee Hong said NIO has never said that Onvo users cannot enter the NIO house. In the future, face-to-face meetings for Onvo users will be held at NIO House. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So this is actually huge. NIO must be listening to its investors. They said, now they're saying that Onvo users may be able, or most likely will be able to use NIO houses to have meetings, etc., etc. Kind of like showing that they're trying to unite the brands. And this is something that is actually greatly needed to help bring the brand awareness of Onvo, because NIO is already established and known in China. And I've said it many times before, so much so that we have outsold the premium segment. But what else is happening? NIO plans larger expandable battery swap stations from 2026 in high demand cities in 2026 next year. But why is that? According to the shorts, and by the way, we added 2 more swap stations yesterday again, and we crossed 72 million swaps now. But why would they want to put expandable battery swap stations? Well, if you listen to Neil Tyson deGrasse, the American astrophysicist, he talked about where they would have to do things like that, have huge, probably underground cavities or something like that, just like in gas stations now. And when I heard him say that, it caused me to buy more shares of NIO back then as well, because I knew it was coming. Well, Fei Shen, NIO's former NIO Power Unit Chief and the newly appointed head of the sub-brand Onvo, said on Thursday that the company is focusing on making its battery swap stations more flexible and customizable. That's the key word here, flexible and customizable, with plans to develop larger hubs to meet higher demand in major cities. So where it's needed, NIO will put them out. Who's going to pay for this? According to the shorts, they will tell you more cash burn. But in actuality, we know the partnerships, the provincial governments are paying for these now. This is why the CEO kept saying profitability will be sudden and massive. The key focus of our current iteration before the launch of the station is on its flexibility. Fei Shen said in a media session at the Shanghai Auto Show as the company faces increasing complexity in the battery swap stations. In total, NIO's upcoming 5th generation stations must have batteries of 42.1 kilowatt hour for Firefly, compact EV 60 kilowatt hour and 85 kilowatt hour for Onvo vehicles, and 75 and 150 kilowatt hour batteries for the main NIO brand vehicles. Yes, we will be catering for all of our vehicles. This is to say that for one station, for example, just like, and we spoke about it since last year, the stations, just like gas stations, will different grade of gas, there will be different grade of batteries. That is to say, for one station, for example, I know the station is going to ship to certain place in Shenzhen. Then before it's shipped out from the factory, it can be flexibly customized for that city. For instance, saying I'll allocate a few battery slots here for old NIO vehicles, then for the NT3 Onvo, and also reserve a few for Firefly, Fei Shen said. As reported by EV on January 2nd, NIO has filed a patent for a new expandable battery swap stations. Do you guys remember that? In the final days of 2024, they filed for that. This new type of station is a modular extension unit that can be attached to existing battery swap stations, increasing the number of batteries available. Something that will be greatly needed because, excuse me guys, by the end of this year, by the third quarter, sorry, we know the partnerships will be rolling out a lot of their battery swap models. So by next year, we will greatly need this expandable battery swap extensions. Onvo chief said swap stations must also be adaptable over time based on demand. Maybe after 3 years of operation on site, I discovered that the original battery bay configuration is not quite reasonable, and I want to make some changes. Can I make some adjustments to it with the least effort, Shen said? Citing smaller battery packs for NIO's Firefly brand, Shen noted operational efficiency could suffer if too many are stored at general use locations. By then, the Firefly boom may have subsidized, and perhaps we should dismantle those 3 battery bays and build a dedicated small Firefly station next to it, he said. Yes, because of how many Fireflies will be on the road at that point. This year, NIO's founder and CEO William Li has recently stated that the company aims to build between 1,800 and 2,000 new stations in China. And I believe we will reach that goal. We keep adding every day. A slight reduction from the previous target of deploying 2,000 stations. Shen emphasized that merely adding more battery bays is not the current priority. Simply increasing battery slots is probably not the key focus at present. He said the battery bays themselves are probably not the main focus for us to consider. Looking ahead, Shen described a vision for a new type of high-capacity station in major urban centers such as Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. Maybe around 2026, there should be a breakthrough with new station formats beyond the current battery swap stations. And we know NIO is always doing research and development. So perhaps it'll be like a tower, like I've always said, and the batteries come down from the tower. Like large stations, he said. In some areas, as long as you set up a station, they typically have around 60 to 80 stations. That means the vehicle population in that area is sufficient. Perhaps we really should refer to how gas stations are done now, exactly like what I've been saying. When I secure a piece of land on site, I use that land to construct and build around it, Shen said. He said these new hubs would feature centralized battery storage and multiple swap lanes, something we've been talking about on this channel. Multiple swap lanes, increasing daily capacity that way. The single capacity of this large station might reach 3 million or 4 million RMB. $412,000 per day. Oh my God. Can you guys imagine the amount of dividends we'll be getting from this company in the future? For example, that's something we should try, Shen said. I've always felt this thing shouldn't be called a battery swap station because the trendy term now is battery swap hub, he added. A battery swap hub. What a vision. NIO currently operates more than 3,272 battery swap stations in China, provided over 72 million battery swaps since 2018. So he also said, according to the latest weekly registration data published earlier this week, Onvo sold 730, 735, and 770 units in the 3 weeks between March 31st and April 20th. Bringing total registration for April to approximately 2,025 units as the 20th day of the month. So guys, a lot of people are very excited right now because the stock price is going up. I was excited and I kept doing videos, not because of the share price, but because I saw what the company is doing. So most people get excited. Of course, we want the stock price to go up. But is the stock price a true valuation of the company? Is it a true reflection of the valuation of NIO? Of course not. If this was an American company, it would be $1,000 a share. We all know that. But because of the illegal shorting, the share price is down, but that doesn't shake me or bother me. Remember recently when Trump came out and he said 200 and plus tariffs against China. And then the whole, all the shots with the fear mongering came out again saying, do you think, Mitch, this will get delisted? Yes, they've tried all that before, but you can't shake a lion, boy. So I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.